The idea of drawing close to God appeals to many people, and James tells us that it's possible to do so. Hi, I'm Clarence, I'm the preacher, and I'm going to give you 5 quick tips on how you can draw closer to God. Now, number 1 comes straight from Jesus, John chapter 15 and verse 14, and I'm going to put it to you this way: just do what he says to do. Now, I get that the idea of obedience doesn't appeal to a whole lot of people, but stick with me for just a moment and it'll make perfect sense. When we sin, we're rebelling against God. We're in bed with the devil. You can't get close to God if you're in bed with the devil. Amos 3:3 would ask, "Can two walk together unless they are agreed?" So doing what God says to do is walking in agreement with him. Now, the next thing I would tell you comes from Hebrews 11 and verse 6. Where he starts off and says, without faith, it is impossible to please God. To have a close relationship with God, you got to trust him. Just like you are not going to give yourself to someone else you trust, and they're not going to come near to you if they don't trust you, we cannot get close to God if we don't give him absolute trust from our own hearts. That's a key element to getting closer to God. Next, let's use Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12, where he says the Word of God is living. You must be in communication with God. So it's not just prayer, that's us talking to God, but it's also you hearing from God, and the way we hear from God is through his word, and that's not just an ancient book. The Bible said that is a living book. So you're not just going to read it like an ancient script, but you're going to learn to connect with it at a spiritual level with all your mind, with all your heart, with all your being. Number 4, going to go back to Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. At the end of that verse, he said that God is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. And so God desires to be sought. And we're not going to find him if we don't seek. And the way to get close to God is to get out there and seek the face of God. Go looking for him. I would look for him primarily through his word, but you got to get after it. You can't sit on the sidelines and get close to God. And finally, tip number 5, give God thanks. Give God thanks for everything. When somebody shows you gratitude, it opens you up to a relationship with them. Likewise, when we show God gratitude, it opens us up to a relationship with him. Ingratitude, obviously, would just shut us down and close off the option. So, what you have here are 5 quick tips on how to draw closer to God. If you want to draw closer to God, here's the way to do it. If you know somebody who would like to draw closer to God, share this video with them. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.